You're watching ABC 21, your winter weather authority. From WPTA, your weather authority, this is ABC 21 News at 11.
I thought, man, this is going to take a long time. We better start now. I told John, I said, get your coffee, get comfortable. We're going to be sitting here a long time. But like I said, 6 minutes for me, 40 minutes for him.
Well, this couple told us how easy it was for them to sign up for a COVID-19 vaccine appointment today. Hoosiers aged 65 and older are now eligible. State health officials made the announcement this morning, and they say within 5 hours, nearly 96,000 people in that age group scheduled their appointments. Good evening, and thank you for choosing us. I'm Brian McElhatton.
And I'm Krista Miller. Our Ariel cadet spoke with a husband and wife who were able to book their appointments for next week. Ariel.
That's right, Brian. Krista, they tell me it felt like winning the lottery when they successfully booked appointments. They want others to know it could take some patience, but they can do it too.
Once Linda and John Zom found out they were eligible for the vaccine, they immediately went to make their appointment.
Told John, I said, that's it. Come on, let's get online. Let's get the phones going. We had both our phones going, the Chromecast and the iPad going to see who could get on. Because, you know, you kept hearing the horror stories about people not being able to get on.
But they were successful. Linda tells me it took her only 6 minutes to confirm her appointment. Her husband booked one on the phone after waiting for about 45 minutes. They already have the confirmation text to prove it.
To confirm that mine did go through and that he's got one, I told her when I had mine, and she says, I'll try to get him in when you. So we are confirmed for next Wednesday at 9:20, and we feel like we won the lottery.
So much joy because the Zoms haven't seen their grandkids in months. It's been hard, but now that their appointment's booked, they know they'll hold them once again.
They don't understand. Kids don't understand why they can't hug Grandma, why they couldn't be with Grandma. And the kids were here all the time. And it's been hard, not only on them, but on us, too.
A determined couple signing up the moment they were eligible to get a vaccine they say will allow them to reclaim the joy we all took for granted just months ago.
Sent them a text right away, and I said, tell your grandbabies, Grandma's coming.
Look out.
The Zoms say they can't wait to get back to some type of normalcy. They say they've been wanting to go on vacation ever since John retired, and now they're hopeful that can happen soon.
We hope so too, Ariel. Thank you. 3 Allen County teachers unions want the state to make educators eligible to get the COVID vaccine. And they're asking Allen County's health commissioner to put teachers on a waiting list for any leftover doses. The head of the teachers union for Fort Wayne Community Schools says teachers are concerned that more than 25,000 teachers and students statewide have already tested positive for COVID-19. Sandra Vose and her counterparts at East and Southwest Allen County schools say they want teachers to be able to get vaccinated in order to fully reopen schools and protect educators. Allen County Health Commissioner Dr. Matthew Sutter says he'd love to vaccinate teachers, but he says the state leaders decided to prioritize older Hoosiers because they're more susceptible to the virus, and he says any leftover doses are not going to waste.
When there's excess at the end of the day that somebody didn't come in for that aren't going to be good anymore, have a waiting list of teachers so teachers can come in and get those vaccines rather than have them just be thrown away.
We try and schedule so that we're right on in terms of doses. However, some days we're not. Saturday, however, we were right on, so there were no doses left over. But most days we'll have maybe 1 or 2 doses left over.
Sutter says any doses left over at the end of the day are given to older volunteers helping at the Coliseum's clinic and others who come into contact with patients there. For more details on COVID-19 and vaccines, including who's eligible, where to sign up, and to find a clinic near you, check out our vaccine resource page. Just visit our website, WPTA21.com/vaccine.
Now, it's been a very busy several days for us here at INDOT, but winter operations are finally kind of wrapping up.
Oh, you probably saw those INDOT trucks out again today, doing some cleanup, pushing snow to the shoulders, clearing the intersections and checking for refreezing. While crews wrapped up work earlier this evening, we're told they will continue to monitor the roads. We'll keep an eye out for any areas that may need attention. And right now, this is a live look from atop Science Central looking into downtown Fort Wayne tonight. Might be safe from the snow for now, but colder temperatures just may move in.
Chief Meteorologist Matt Leach is here with a first look at our forecast, and that includes some very cold temperatures, Matt.
Yes, in the short term, the temperatures I'm about to show you will seem warm by the end of next week. So yeah, we'll see what we have in store here. The snowpack is actually helping us stay a little bit colder than we would otherwise, and we're seeing those clearing skies too. So we're likely going to be seeing those low temperatures drop another 7 or 8 degrees. It's 23 degrees, partly cloudy with the northwest wind at 9 miles per hour, and clearing skies. We'll see more clear skies too out to the west. Not a lot of cloud cover to work with. That helps whatever heat we've been able to gain today escape back up into the atmosphere. So 16 degrees, partly to mostly clear, cold with a north wind at 5 to 10. And then tomorrow, partly sunny, 29 degrees. But as we head towards the weekend and early next week, we're going to be seeing temperatures that are almost 20 degrees colder than this. So we'll talk more about that Arctic blast in my full forecast in just a few minutes.
Matt, thanks. City crews will work into the morning hours, making sure side streets are clear. Fort Wayne Street Department crews began pre-treating main roads on Friday. Then Saturday night, as the snow began to fall, they had all hands on deck into the morning plowing the roads. And now with the main roads, they say, taken care of for the most part, side streets are next. They're part of the 1,200 miles of street for which the street department is responsible.
The first 16 to 20 hours, we were just plowing back and forth, just trying to keep the snow off the streets, because the salt's not going to be effective until you get towards the end of the system. So we got a little bit of break yesterday afternoon. We got everything wide open and actually started to get into the side streets and get the residentials done. Then last night after midnight, we actually had to pull back out onto the main drags again and make sure those were set for morning traffic.
The city crews plan to be working throughout tonight, plowing through neighborhoods, hoping to wrap things up by tomorrow afternoon. Now, if your road hasn't been plowed yet, they ask that you find off-street parking so those trucks can get just as close to the curb as they can.
Well, today, the United Way launched its free tax help for those who make less than $57,000 a year. Because of the pandemic, though, the tax help this year is only a drop-off kind of a deal. IRS certified volunteers will help you file your taxes and claim the available credits. The program is available in Allen, DeKalb, Noble, and Steuben counties. To learn more about the free tax help, you can visit unitedwayallencounty.org. The latest on the coronavirus emergency now. More than 95,000 Americans died in January alone, making it the deadliest month since the pandemic began. And as officials try to ramp up vaccinations now, that massive snowstorm is causing delays and cancellations in several states. Here's Rena Roy.
An already rocky vaccine rollout now turning into a mad dash in the snow.
You're all set, okay? You can come right in.
At Boston's Fenway Park, appointments were squeezed in early before stormy conditions made things messy.
The snow is coming, and so we just came in with the hope that they'd be open and ready.
In New York, vaccinations canceled for 2 days.
It's not safe out there.
At least 9 states shutting down some sites. Just another wrench in the plan to vaccinate Americans as quickly as possible, with new variants detected in at least 35 states.
Viruses cannot mutate if they don't replicate. And if you stop their replication by vaccinating widely, you will not get mutations.
Communities of color are disproportionately impacted by the virus, and now they're getting vaccinated at a lower rate. New data from the CDC shows 60% of those vaccinated in the first month were white. Just 11.5% were Hispanic, 5.4% were black, and 6% Asian. Fears the new variants could reverse the current decline in cases and hospitalizations. 35-year-old A.J. Jackson of Alabama never traveled, but is now fighting for his life in the hospital after contracting the UK mutation.
He is comfortable, depending on the dialysis machine. The ECMO machine is supporting his heart.
Meantime, in an effort to stop the spread, the Biden administration announcing millions of new over-the-counter at-home rapid tests will soon be available for purchase at pharmacies.
The CDC also implementing a new mask mandate that will require all travelers to wear a mask on public transportation like airplanes, trains, and ride shares. Rena Roy, ABC News, San Francisco.
Indiana Senator Todd Young was one of 10 Republicans who met with President Biden at the White House today. The group is testing Biden's campaign promise of working across the aisle and compromising. Biden is calling for a COVID relief package of more than $1 trillion. But the group Senator Young is a part of wants a much smaller package, about $600 billion. Senator Young tweeted this photo tonight saying, quote, "Had a productive meeting in the Oval Office tonight with President Biden and several of my colleagues. We presented our more targeted COVID relief proposal, and talks between our group, the administration, and other senators will continue." The senator is holding a press conference on Tuesday to talk more about that meeting.
Smoking could cost you more. Indiana lawmakers are discussing the first cigarette tax hike since 2007 and a new state tax on vaping liquids. The bill discussed by the Indiana House Committee today would add $1 to the state's current 99.5 cents per pack cigarette tax, and it would charge a 39% tax on the liquids used in e-cigarettes. It has the backing of many health organizations and business groups as a way to discourage smoking and reduce Indiana's high smoking rate. Parkview Health is focusing on the heart. February is American Heart Month, during which Americans are encouraged to think about their cardio health. Parkview Heart Institute and Parkview Randalia will light up in red as a reminder throughout the month. Healthcare workers at Parkview tell us more than half of Americans have put off health screenings or checkups because of the pandemic. But they say it's important to continue to see your doctor and have those routine screenings. With the pandemic, hospitals, they say, are taking all necessary precautions for your safety.
We know that delaying care for a heart problem really truly increases a person's risk of further complications, even death. So delaying health care, heart care, because of the fear of coming to the hospital really shouldn't be the case now. And we strongly encourage people to seek that care immediately if they have any concerns at all.
A cardiologist says if you have risk factors for heart disease, you're at much higher risk for developing severe COVID symptoms. And that's why he says it's important to address those problems and to not put off any appointments. Coming up next on ABC 21 News at 11, Comet hockey fans. The K's are returning to the ice, but tickets are going fast. We'll tell you how to score yours.
Nice. Stay with your weather authority. Matt Leach has a look at the forecast after this.
Stay informed with the ABC 21 News app, free from the App Store.
Join us Tuesday morning starting at 4:30. We'll have your latest news and headlines, plus a look at traffic. Nick?
And as you head out in the morning, we'll talk about how cool it'll be and what you can expect for the rest of your Tuesday.
The ABC 21 Daily Podcast. Find it wherever you download podcasts. You're watching ABC 21 News at 11 with Brian McElhatton, Krista Miller, Chief Meteorologist Matt Leach, and sports with Zach Groth. ABC 21, your weather authority.
They call them the hottest ticket in town, and now you can get your hands on a Comets hockey ticket. Normally, the team would be in the middle of its playoff season by now.
But instead, the Comets opened their ticket sales today, and in the first hour and a half, they say the fans bought more than 1,400 tickets, just the first hour and a half. The Comets season begins February 12th, but the first home game won't be until the 19th. The team announced they'd play 21 games through April 3rd, and if all goes well, the league will announce what the second half of the season might look like. Comets president Michael Franke says he's confident with the safety precautions.
We figured that there would be a certain segment of the Comet population that would be interested in coming out to the games. And I think based on what the Coliseum has done and with the notoriety that they have gotten with all of their sanitizing mechanisms in place now, I would say the Coliseum probably is going to be as safe a place to be as you can be, whether it's to the grocery store or the mall or whatever.
About 2,600 fans will be allowed in for each game. Families will sit in pods. You can buy Comets tickets at the Coliseum box office or online. For more information, head to our website, WPTA21.com.
And And Matt, I imagine in the next few days it's going to feel about as cold as that ice will feel.
Yeah, by the end of the weekend, early next week, it's going to feel like a different state around here. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I want to show some viewer photos. We got several beautiful sunset photos. Wish I could share them all. Karen Guloff sent in this picture of some pinks and purples in the night sky. It just looks cold, doesn't it? And then here's another. Carrie sent this in. Some orange and red with the snow, of course, in the foreground. These are both bitterly cold but beautiful pictures. So thank you both and all of you who sent in photos this evening. By the way, this past weekend, largest snowfall in at least 6 years for many locations. Now, there were some northern areas like portions of Steuben and LaGrange County who've seen more snow this winter than they saw this past weekend. Those were the few areas that didn't really see a whole lot. But Fort Wayne saw 8.6 inches. That means so far in the city anyway, 13.6 inches since November 1st. Normal by this time is about 21 inches. We'll see if we can make up more ground. We don't have as far to go as we did. But yeah, take a look. We've got an area of low pressure off to the east now. This is what was bringing us lots of heavy snow locally. Now it's New England's problem. They're going to have quite a bit of snow to deal with. Now, future track shows partly to mostly clear skies tomorrow and into Wednesday. So the next couple of days look pretty nice. We'll see plenty of sun. Temperatures right around 30 degrees. We should be at 33, 34 this time of year. So it is going to be brighter, and it might not actually even feel as cold thanks to lighter wind and some of those clearing skies. But our next weather system moves in Thursday. Mostly cloudy skies Thursday morning. By Thursday afternoon, the system lifts north and eastward. There's that rain and snow line. Now, with that last system, the rain and snow line was all the way down to about St. Louis towards Indianapolis. So this is a much warmer storm system, and as it moves northward, it could bring some mixed precipitation, maybe some wet snow Thursday evening, but it will likely turn into some rain, at least for a little bit Thursday night, before turning back to some snow on the back end of this system. But it's very different than the last system we dealt with, primarily because of the warmer temperatures. So yes, we could see a few more snowflakes before the week is done, but not a significant snow event. I am interested in the next weather system, though, that moves in Sunday. This one could bring in some more moisture from the south and some snow across the area. Perhaps a few inches. There's still a lot that forecast models have to iron out, but it's not impossible. We could see some more accumulating snow over the next 7 days. There's that first system that moves through Thursday into Friday. This particular storm forecast model doesn't actually show any accumulating snow from this system. It's certainly possible. And then into Sunday, there is the potential for some accumulating snow. Again, we got to watch this one really carefully. There's a chance, because some forecast models have this scenario, that it doesn't produce any accumulation. So we'll keep a close eye as we always do. One thing, though, that seems for sure, and something that's much easier to predict than snow, is cold weather, because we can see it coming down out of Canada. And this time, you know, we were talking about the polar vortex a few weeks ago, and it's actually already made it past the Canadian border and into the upper Midwest. So it's already on its way here. Late weekend and next week, it will make its presence known. Highs will be in the single digits and teens, mostly early next week. This weekend will be more like around 20. Lows below 0, and wind chills will be 10 to 20 below. The coldest we've had around here in, well, a couple of years at the very least. January 2019 was when we had those wind chills of 50 below. It's not impossible this time that happens again. We'll have some rain and snow possible Thursday. Temperatures into the mid-30s, mid-20s, mostly cloudy on Friday. And then 22 is as good as it's going to get Saturday. Colder still on Sunday with highs in the mid-teens, and then barely squeaking by 10 on Monday. Partly sunny with overnight low temperatures well below 0.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll bundle up in the next few days. There's more to come on ABC 21 News at 11. A groundhog may predict how long winter will last, but this Wolverine is making his Super Bowl prediction.
All right, and the kids aren't the only ones enjoying the snow out there. Yeah, we'll show you a family of pandas who are having fun too.
Indiana has in fact received its first case of coronavirus.
Today, new cases in our state topped 8,000.
What could be the beginning of the end of the pandemic.
The FDA has granted emergency use for Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine.
The biggest breakthrough in the struggle against COVID-19 has raised hope and a lot of questions. Now, ABC 21 is digging deeper and taking your questions straight to the experts. Shot of Hope, Thursday at 7, only on ABC 21. When winter weather's at its worst, ABC 21 is at its best.
We have team coverage.
We have travel advisories.
Reports up 6 inches.
Snow is coming down sideways because
Live storm tracker reports from the roads to keep you safe and informed.
And we have not seen one spot that has been clear. Salt trucks, we have seen them out and about this
Day or night.
I thought I was going to be able to sleep. It just wasn't really happening. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do another update. For all you third shifters.
ABC 21 is your weather authority. Out in 21 country, people make the difference.
It's that Hoosier hospitality.
Giving craftsmanship and life to the community.
We've actually made this part of our way of telling her story.
Visiting unique places.
This Fort Wayne home is something special, bringing this home into the 21st century.
Building our community one block at a time.
If you can build anything, build it.
21 country, Tuesday and Thursday at 5, only on ABC 21.
And top stories trending tonight. Zoo, Montana in Billings has a tradition that's similar to Groundhog Day.
But it's focused on the Super Bowl. Yeah. Sid the Wolverine predicts the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will win the big game. Today he chose between 2 whipped cream covered pâtés, one with the Buccaneers logo, the other with the Kansas City Chiefs logo. This was Sid's first time serving as the zoo's prognosticator. He was called up after the recent retirement of Ozzie the Grizzly Bear. The Super Bowl is this Sunday on the Bucs' home turf in Tampa Bay.
Okay. It's been more than 20 years since America last partied with Wayne and Garth. But they are making a big comeback for Super Bowl this weekend. Mike Myers and Dana Carvey will reprise their Wayne's World roles for a 60-second Uber Eats commercial. A 30-second teaser has already been released. Uber Eats hasn't released a lot of details about the longer version of the commercial, but fans can rest assured it'll be excellent.
That's genius.
Yeah.
Just enjoying a snow day. Take a look. A lot of cuteness in this. Rolling, sliding, and tumbling around on some snowy slopes at DC's Smithsonian National Zoo. This is a family of giant pandas, and they frolicked in the fluffy white snow. And they weren't the only ones. Animals all over the park enjoyed the chilly precipitation, and the zoo shared some fantastic and flurry-filled photos online. I'd love to see the red pandas. Those are my favorites.
Yeah, they're cute.
So
those
fun to
pandas
see.
were having a good time.
Yes, they certainly were. Coming up on ABC 21 Sports, South Adams quarterback James Arnold had a historic senior season in Bern. We look back at an unforgettable run for our ABC 21 Player of the Year. Next.
You're watching ABC 21, your winter weather authority. Tuesday on ABC 21, Tom had everything. A loving family, a successful business, but something was just not right.
He would be the envy of others, and yet he gets to this dark place.
Then the unimaginable happened. Tom took his own life.
They want to be out of that pain, but the pain transfers to the next person.
Now, this local woman wants you to hear her story of loss in hopes to save others. Tuesday at 6, only on ABC 21. Here in Indiana, one tradition stands tall. High school basketball lives here with the best team in town, Zach, Rachel, and Dean. The tradition continues with The Score, Fridays at 11:10, only on ABC 21.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have skates on the ice at Memorial Coliseum. Monday, the Comets step back into the jungle for the first day of training camp. The K's emerge from the locker room for their first practice, and they'll have plenty more over the next 2 weeks. Players we spoke to say they're thrilled to get back out there, and although it may take some time to return to full speed, they like what they saw on day one.
It took a little bit to get used to going up and down the ice, but it was good. It felt natural. Like I said, it only took a few nervous passes to let the jitters go.
It was fun to get back at it. Knocking a little bit of rust off, and the fatigue was definitely a factor, but I think everybody just enjoyed being back.
realizing, it's been that long since you've been on the ice with a full team, especially all at the same level and stuff. So, but to be honest, I think as far as a first skate in camp, it was probably one of the best I've seen.
The Comets will have practices every day except this coming Sunday before beginning the season on Friday, February 12th, with the back-to-back games at Wheeling. The 2020 high school football season had some big stars from Northeast Indiana, but only one gets to claim the title ABC 21 Football Player of the Year. Dean Pantazzi heads down to Bern to hand out the award.
From the time he took over the South Adams quarterbacking reins as a 15-year-old freshman, James Arnold has shined as a starfire. 4 years and over 50 games later, the owner of 23 game, season, and career South Adams passing records ends his final season as the ABC 21 High School Football Player of the Year.
A quarterback is never going to be able to do everything on his own. He has to have really good receivers you can get the ball to, really good line to protect him, and a really good run game. Just that way teams can't drop everyone into the pass. So yeah, it's really a total team award.
James is a senior, threw for almost 4,000 yards and 47 touchdowns as the Starfires went 13-1 with ACAC sectional, regional, and semi-state titles. Numbers that would have been even gaudier had he not sat out the second halves of several one-sided wins. And as much fun for him winning was a long run with his teammates.
There's a lot of different personalities, kind of a lot of guys that are from kind of different backgrounds and stuff that wouldn't necessarily be guys that are hanging out together, but just all those different kind of personalities all on one team really made it a fun year.
Grant Mosher knows he's had a great one for those past 50-plus games, and he'll miss their relationship.
So much work on his own, taking guys out, throwing routes to him on Sundays on his own. Like I said, the time of film he put in, game planning as a player. There's so many things that you don't see in a high school kid that he had those characteristics.
Next up is college football at Marian University in Indy, and Grant Mosher tells us they're very aware of what they're getting in James Arnold, the ABC 21 High School Football Player of the Year. I'm Dean Pantazzi, ABC 21.
Time to swing back over to the Diamond Baseball and Softball Academy for another signing event. Monday evening, Columbia City senior Preston Henshin signs his letter of intent with Trine. Henshin says this marks a huge moment in his life.
It's really amazing. I've been playing baseball ever since I was 5, so it's like a dream come true for me, and I'm just, really happy that everybody else is here to support me.
And Henshin says he will study business administration at Trine. And a pretty chill night in high school hoops, but we do have one local game over at Northside. Legends host DeKalb. Bronte Johnson with an impressive drive gets up close and scores for North. He goes for 11. Big game for Cole Richmond. Tricky with the shot fake. He darts to the rim and lays it in. Richmond puts in 24 for DeKalb, but a lot of players stepping up for North. This time, Isaiah Moore with space puts up the 3 and he rattles it home. Moore adds 17 points. And Northside wins 92-81.
You're watching ABC 21, your weather authority. Tuesday at 4 on ABC 21.
Hey, Matt has a final check of the weather. Matt.
Yeah, tomorrow's going to be pretty chilly, but we'll see some sunshine. Upper 20s, partly sunny on Wednesday, highs in the upper 20s. A rain-snow mix is possible Thursday, and then it gets steadily colder from there. Highs in the 20s to start the weekend, into the low teens, possibly even upper single digits for early next week. And look at those overnight low temperatures, too. Our average low temperature is 18, and we could get, well below that, about 4 below at least.
Oof. Yikes. At least we have a little bit of time to prepare.
Yeah, we do.
Mentally prepare, physically prepare. Yeah.
All the above. Yeah. That's it for us tonight on ABC 21 News at 11. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.